What if you saw your own death before it ever happened? What if you could stop it, only to learn that death doesn't like to be cheated? This isn't just a vision. It's a curse passed through generations. Welcome to Final Destination like you've never seen it before, where escaping death only delays the inevitable. Let's dive into the full story from the beginning. The movie opens with a view of train tracks, and we are immediately shown the year 1968. Paul has built a Skyview restaurant as a surprise for Iris. She gets very excited, and for the restaurant's commercial promotion, a photo is taken of Paul and Iris with the restaurant's tower in the background. Eventually, they go inside the restaurant. The restaurant's floor is made of glass, so everything is visible from below. There is a live kitchen in the center of the restaurant. People are partying, and during this, Iris places a rose in Paul's pocket. A thorn pricks her finger, making it bleed, which causes her to vomit. Seeing this, the singer performing at the restaurant realizes that Iris might be pregnant. When she asks Iris, she herself is surprised and learns of it for the first time. Yet, Iris is very happy. She also sees the singer's son and feels an unexplained attraction toward him. Later, Paul takes her to the terrace at the top of the tower and proposes to her. Iris excitedly accepts his proposal and tells him she is pregnant. Paul is thrilled. While this is happening, Iris notices the singer's son is also present on the terrace. The boy throws a coin from the top of the tower, and instead of falling to the ground, it gets sucked into the AC's outdoor unit due to vacuum pressure. During the party, as people dance, the restaurant's floor begins to shake. The coin spins inside the AC duct, disrupting the fan's airflow. Suddenly, the restaurant floor collapses and people fall through. Paul grabs onto a piece of glass to save himself, injuring his hands, but he still falls and dies. Iris, however, is on a stable spot and survives. The spinning coin hits a gas pipe, causing a leak. The restaurant's live kitchen catches fire. The singer also dies, and Iris hides under the piano. She tries to escape through the elevator, which is overcrowded. Just before it descends, someone is crushed underneath, damaging the lift and killing everyone inside. Iris goes back upstairs, where half of the restaurant is leaning. People are trying to escape, and only a piano is keeping the tilted part balanced. The spinning coin lands on the piano, disturbing its balance, and the entire section collapses, killing everyone on it. Iris sees the singer's son and tries to save him, but the ground cracks beneath him. She wedges her ring between two iron rods to hold on, but her hand gets wounded, the ring slips, and both she and the boy fall to their deaths. Suddenly, a girl named Stefani screams, revealing everything we just saw was a vision or hallucination. She is in her classroom, and her scream disturbs the class. When the professor questions her, she explains she keeps getting such scary visions, even at night in her dreams. Her roommate advises her to talk to her family. Stefani visits her father and younger brother, with whom she shares a strong bond. Together, they visit their uncle, her late mother's brother. The family enjoys the visit, but Stefani brings up her grandmother Iris, the same Iris from her visions. Her uncle angrily tells her that Iris had gone mad and left the family to live alone on an island, never returning. He blames her for the mental deterioration of Stefani's mother. Despite her uncle's anger, her aunt helps by giving Stefani some letters, Iris's address, and belongings, including the photo of Paul and Iris in front of the Skyview restaurant. Shocked, Stefani realizes that what she saw in her vision was real. She decides to visit the island where Iris lives. There, in a decaying house, she identifies herself via the security camera, and Iris lets her in, excited to see her granddaughter. They talk about Stefani's visions. Iris is surprised, but tells her that she too used to have such visions. Because of them, she was able to save people during that tragic day at the Skyview restaurant. She explains how she had taken the coin from the child's hand before the disaster, announced a warning about the floor collapsing, and saved many lives. Stefani asks in amazement if she really saved everyone. Iris confirms that she did deceive death that day, but death didn't give up. It began chasing everyone who survived, killing them one by one, even their future children. Paul, too, died later from cancer, and Iris realized she was next. To escape death and protect her family, she isolated herself on the island. She warned Stefani, "As long as I'm alive, death can't reach you, your mother, or your brother." Stefani asks why she's having visions, and Iris replies, "Because death is after us now." Iris gives Stefani a book that documents the deaths of survivors and methods to cheat death. Stefani initially dismisses it and leaves, saying she'll visit again. But Iris, determined to protect her family, steps out for the first time in years and hands her the book, saying, "Death will come for you now. Use this to protect yourself." Suddenly, a gas leak and a chain reaction lead to Iris's death in front of Stefani's eyes. Shocked, Stefani realizes Iris was telling the truth. At Iris's funeral, Stefani's mother appears. Stefani warns her family that death is now targeting them. But no one believes her except her mother. Soon after, Stefani's uncle dies in a horrifying accident involving a piece of glass and a lawnmower. Terrified, Stefani explains to everyone that death is following a pattern. Despite her efforts, her cousin, the uncle's daughter, dies after being crushed in a garbage truck. Everyone begins to believe Stefani now. They realize the cousin's brother wasn't biologically related, explaining why he was spared. They decide to meet a hospital worker named JD, who was the singer's son in the vision. He confirms he survived that day and knew Iris. JD explains that only 2 people have ever cheated death, by dying briefly and being revived. Death didn't chase them afterward. Inspired, Stefani and her cousin plan to trick death. They decide the peanut-allergic cousin should eat chocolate with peanuts and be revived afterward. But a chain of events leads to disaster. The MRI machine's magnetic field pulls the metal-pierced cousin to his death, and a vending machine spring fatally strikes the allergic boy even after he takes the medicine. Grief-stricken, Stefani tells her mom to stay in Iris's house for safety. But an unnoticed gas leak causes an explosion, and their car crashes into a river. Stefani drowns. Her brother jumps in and saves her with CPR, reviving her, thus cheating death. They are relieved, thinking they've escaped. Life returns to normal. During her brother's graduation, Stefani places a rose in his pocket. The thorn pricks her finger, just like Iris at the beginning. She senses death is returning. Meanwhile, the same coin falls onto the train tracks, shown at the start of the movie, potentially causing a derailment. A doctor friend visits Stefani, complimenting her survival. She mentions she died and came back, but the doctor clarifies she was only unconscious for 2 minutes, not enough to be declared dead. She hadn't truly died. Stefani panics. At that moment, the train derails and heads toward their home. They try to run, but flying debris kills both siblings instantly. No one can escape death. Everyone must face it one day. That is our final destination.